All right, so here we are. I'm not really going to do a walk around. I'm going to just do a reasonably quick little primer. Uh, I have a short. I don't know if the short brought you here or not on this, but this is a 79 C10 or whatever Silverado square body, original factory big block. Bought by my dad in 1980, had about 5,000 miles on it. He was the body shop manager at a Pontiac dealership, and some guy traded it in for a Phoenix of all things. We don't know why he went from this to a Phoenix. After driving it for a little while, my dad speculated it might be gas mileage, because this one did not get great mileage. But it is a factory 454. It's the last year they put a 454 in the half-ton trucks until the SS 454 was released in, I believe, 1990, I believe it was, but that was the next body style. And it's been sitting up for about hadn't been running 22 years, been sitting up for a long time. Bed's off of it, as you can see, the big tire back there. It's had some work done to it over the years, and I don't want to get this video too long into the history of this truck and how long this is just a little primer here. But you can see it's seen better days, but it could be worse. The worst part of the body at all, totally, was the bed. The bed I've already been working on before I decided to make this video series, but I think I've taken enough pictures and stuff I can probably voice over a sort of catch you up kind of deal to where I am on that. All the metal work has been done on the bed. The bottom four corners were the worst part, and they are sitting in epoxy primer right now, and it just needs the little bit of filler work or whatever done to the rest of the bed, and it'll be good to go to coat and let it rip. The rest of the body is surprisingly not too bad. It's got a little rust spot right up under goes up under the glass in the back, which does not have a hole in it. It's got this little spot right here, which also does not have a hole in it. I'll pull the windshield off and the back glass out, and I'm going to probably spot blast this right here and then treat it. Same with the back, and it's got a little place at the bottom of the driver's door that also does not have a hole. If you know anything about these trucks, the first thing you would be asking is, how are the rockers? Well, the rockers are okay. They are, the interior could definitely use some work, but yeah, they're good. So we're lucky there, because I don't really want to mess with those, because I've never actually done them, and I could do them, but I don't want to. This is a drag truck. I'm not restoring it to be a showpiece. It's going to be a useful, hopefully decent looking ride. As you can see, it's your typical old Chevy truck interior. Got your cracks on the dash pad there, not a big deal. The chrome's flaking off the AC vents. Seat's not in terrible shape, just needs a little cleanup. It was a foot brake car only, never had a delay box or anything in it. Had the reverse manual valve body, and just, your basic, it had a shift light tack and, a couple of pertinent gauges there, and it wasn't anything special or complicated. It is going to have a roll cage in it though, because one track ran me off with this motor that's in it now when I got it. The guy came up to me in the lane and said, "Hey man, if you're going to be dialing in the 690s, you need to have a roll cage." And I was like, all right, I'm sorry, I didn't know it was going to run that fast. But so I didn't go back to that track. And then life happened. Had kids, moved, started a business, did all kinds of stuff, and the poor old baby has been neglected, but no longer. Youngest kid is a freshman in college, and it is time to go drag racing again. Look at that thing shuts pretty good. It's time to go drag racing again. It's trying to make the old girl look decent. It's time to get back to the heartbeat. So if you have any questions or comments, feel free. You can tell I love to talk about this thing. I know all the history of it, starting from about 5,000 miles in 1980 onward. I took my driver's license test, or my driver's test, the day I turned 16 in 1981, in this truck when it was stock, not when it was, you know, with those big fat tires on it. It wasn't a race truck at that point. It was bone stock. I took my driver's license test in this. It's the first thing I ever drove on the road by myself, not like without a permit or whatever. Went on one of my first dates in it. I got my first 2 tickets in it. That wasn't a great memory. First time I ever went to a drag strip or raced on the drag strip was in this. Well, it's a lot of history, and so I have kept it around all these years and mostly kept it covered. And it's time to go racing again, trying to make the old girl look good. So anyway, questions, comments. Clearly I love to talk about it, and I'm trying to not to make the video much longer, but hope there's some folks out there interested in it. This is a little departure for me doing sunroofs and water leaks, and it's something I've been wanting to do for a while, and I've already been working on the bed, like I said. My daughter said, well, why don't you start making videos on the truck? Hey, great idea. So here we are. All right. Questions, comments, more videos coming.